Hi, I'm Courtney Eckerly here at Marketing Sherpa Summit 2016 in Las Vegas. And with me is Laz Tyrakidis, who is the Digital Marketing and Audience Director for Metropolis International Group. Welcome.
Right. Thanks for the invite, Courtney.
So in your session, you're going to be talking about every marketer's worst nightmare, the Blacklist.
Yeah, that's true.
So tell me about your experience with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, the journey started 2 years ago, which, as you said, is the worst marketer's nightmare. What happened with our email marketing campaigns was that we got blacklisted, actually. And this blacklisting was based on the server IPs that we were sending the email campaigns. So what is this blacklisting, for people that they might want to know, is that you realize that your servers, your IPs, do not pass the spam filters of lots of email clients, which affects your email deliverability, and you can see this affects your whole email marketing performance. So how we did realize that, how we did identify that we got blacklisted, there were three main key areas that we noticed that. The first thing was that we had very poor performance in our email campaigns. So we realized from one day to another that we had very low score on email opens, and at the same time we had lots of email bounces, lots of emails that we sent bounced back. So the deliverability score was really low. At the same time, we realized that something was going on there. So what we did is we checked our sender score as well, which is a kind of an algorithm that provides you a score of how clean and how safe is your database. And we realized that the score was below 40%, which is very, very low score. And at the same time, we ran a test across lots of popular anti-spam databases, and we realized that we were blacklisted on some of the most important spam filters there. So that's how we identified the problem, and that's how the journey and the challenge started.
And you didn't have any email marketing going out for 2 months, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so this affected the performance across the whole brand, across the whole group. So as you can imagine, there were 31 brands that were affected because of that blacklisting, which means that there were no email marketing process happening for 2 months, which affected the online revenue as well.
So how did you go about fixing it?
So yeah, that's a really good question. It was really challenging from the beginning. So after we identified and we realized that, yeah, now we got blacklisted, now we had to do something, we need to do something, and we obviously knew that there was something wrong with the database. So we started with the database cleansing first. So we knew that there were some kind of email addresses that were suspicious in our email databases. So we had to proceed with the database cleansing, try to optimize it, and make sure that we don't have any kind of suspicious email addresses, remove all of the spam traps that were in there, remove the no-reply email addresses or email addresses that were bad or had bad MX records. And how we did that, obviously, was a kind of a mixture, a mixed process. We had the kind of a manual input in that by checking the email addresses by ourselves within our team. Plus, we have been using a few other online tools that helped us optimize the database and bring it up to that space that we are now.
And you cleansed almost 50,000 email addresses, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So that was a while ago. How has your email program recovered, and what are you doing now?
Well, yeah, I mean, I have to say that after we proceeded with that database cleansing, obviously we have seen a huge increase on our deliverability of our email campaigns. We have noticed our sender score going up, and I have to say that we now have an excellent sender score of 97% across all of our brands and all of our IPs. So in order to make sure that we don't have the same issue again, there were two main things that we did. Obviously, one was part of the email process that we're doing. So we were checking all of our IPs on a weekly basis, checking the spam filters, checking that, make sure that everything is going right, everything is going to the right direction. And anytime we see anything suspicious, try to isolate this issue from the database, brand specific, and try to remove or run again the database cleansing thing. Regarding the database cleansing, we have been using these tools for a while. And this is a kind of a process that we run only when we suspect, we see that something is going wrong. Obviously, not getting blacklisted, not till the end, but.
So what advice would you give to marketers who are either facing a similar situation or they want to start to be proactive with their email campaign so something like this doesn't happen?
Yeah, exactly. That's the right word. I would say that you have to be proactive with that. You have to be proactive. Think always about your email campaigns, the performance, and have always a plan B. Don't start doing something after this happens to you. So you have to be proactive. And as I said, by running kind of checks on a weekly basis on your database, make sure that everything is clean, everything is safe, and you can use that. It's going to help a lot.
Great. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me.
Many thanks as well.
And if you would like to see more content, please visit marketingsherpa.com.